I apologize, and I'm coming back. I'm coming back to tell you why I don't post my receipts. Because I know sometimes I'll say it and I'll think about it. One, I'm kind of lazy. Okay, the art of getting screenshots, doing screen recordings, all that stuff is just a little bit too much for my scope of understanding. Okay, the second thing, uh, I've shown receipts before, and it took me a lot of work, but I've shown enough receipts that I don't need to keep showing y'all receipts. At this point, y'all, I'm not here for the judgment of the public opinion, though you are here and I'm giving you, the answers you want. One, talking about this online, so close to home. Some of the stuff is so close to home. This could get me in trouble if I use too many names, show too much details. I could get in trouble here. We are going to leave my receipts up to the court of law. We're going to leave my receipts up to police investigation, should it get to that. Just know what I'm sitting on is essentially what I'm saying. Know what I'm sitting on. Know what's on my flash drives. You know what I'm saying? Know what's on my computer. Know what's on my phone. I have the receipts. I wouldn't say it if I didn't have it. I'm confident with saying the things that I say because I have it. Prove to them that it's not true. Oh, you already did that part. You already did that part. You only showed them a little bit. You only showed. It's fine. I've got all of it, and we'll go from there. That's why I don't show receipts. But I have them. And then sometimes I think I'm about to do it. Like, I really wanted to show those ones. Here's what I could tell you about the ones with the men. There's one where I told him I was interested in sleeping with him. He said he was interested. I told him I had herpes. He said he was cool. I even have a voice recording of him saying he was cool. The other one is him saying he did not want to sleep with me. And I did not say anything about having herpes because that is how I've been functioning for years. Also, something that I haven't really addressed is as far as I know, no one has come back to me and ever told me that they have herpes from me except for one person, and that was when I first got it. That does not mean that I haven't slept with anybody and not told them that I have it. But that had already been acknowledged in the worst thing I've ever done video. Those people are not spoken on, but are. My channel, I definitely speak on it. Just, there's no names. Those names, if you have watched and you are claiming that first of all, let's be very clear, too. Way more people knew than people who didn't know. And a lot of people would run around and they would tell other people that I have it and not say that they were sleeping with me. So if you are one of those people, you're going to have to prove to me that you didn't know. And the fact that you spoke on it at all lets people know that you knew. Then there's the group that will never say anything. But that's 4 people. 4 people that I did not tell when I engaged with them. And I can be proven. Anybody else, you're lying. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because it took a lot to be honest with you. And you're not going to sit here and act like I wasn't. But there is one person I've heard about you. Your name has come up. And the scenario of the situation I have brought up several times. You are not forgotten. I just couldn't reach you. when I was ready to be truthful about it. My words are still the same, which is that I am sorry for how I acted. That's not going to change. And, you know, for those who I actually did harm, I don't have a problem with taking any accountability or like consequences. Okay? So you need to know that. I'm not concerned about consequences from you. If you think that that is something that's necessary. But there's not enough people to say that I did something to them. There's not. The people that want to point their finger at me about anything were definitely moving way grimier than I ever was. And I wasn't even moving grimy per se, except for that one. That one was grimy. Had nothing to do with anything. I stated exactly what it was. I went through a phase where I just didn't give a fuck because everybody was out to use. I didn't ask that man for anything. I didn't take anything else from him, just that. And that's because that's what you wanted. I had a phase where, and I acknowledged that phase and I spoke on that phase. We go through phases when this stuff happens. It's very emotionally damaging. And it can, for those who are not healthy, and I've admitted that I was not, we make the wrong choices. That's why G made the choice he made, because he thought that he had it, so he was emotionally affected at a point. The problem with some of these STIs, because it's actually a STI, not an STD, but the problem with some of the STIs is that they were always around, and then once they got a name, everybody was afraid of it when it was already there. Some of you were born with that shit. That's why it's only 20% of the population that doesn't have it, because it was always around. And now it's like a big deal to tell people about it when it was like kind of like a natural phenomenon. Like how some animals have something that's like specific to them and shit like that. Of course, animals can have herpes too, but all I'm saying is it was already around. Somebody gave it a name and then everybody was afraid of it. It does not mean that it's right to pass it around or anything like that. But that's not what I was doing. Crew knew, except for one. Y'all just didn't care because you just all were excited. You need me. You were all trying to fix your inner issues with a bad bitch, because I was real bad back then, and I didn't give a fuck, and I'm very sorry about that. But I've already apologized in the beginning of this channel about it. Those 4 people, because it's all there is, can come speak to me about it if they have been affected. Everybody else, you gotta stop lying on your dick. You gotta stop lying on me. That's why you liked me anyway. That's why the majority of you liked me anyway, because I was honest. And you thought that you could hide it and keep fucking with me and fucking with other people. That has nothing to do with me. Y'all have a good day. And I mean, for people that don't know now, okay? Because there's people that didn't know, and then I told them after the fact. But there's way more people that knew. This is what I'm trying to explain to you, some of you. You say that men won't fuck anything, but there was way more people that knew. and they are lying to you because they don't want to look like they would make that kind of choice because there is a stigma behind it. That's why I'm single, because there is a stigma behind choosing someone knowing they have an STD. And more people know about it because I was honest about it, not because I was hiding it and people were exposing me. I was honest about it. So people knowing that I have it, it's not a secret. It's not a hush hush thing. Why would you ever claim me publicly? That would be like, that looks stupid on you because of all of the the standards imposed. So instead, you just fuck me in private, don't tell anybody, and then now when there's a scandal, everybody's trying to say Ashley gave it to him and I didn't tell you. No, that's not how that went down. That's not how that went down. And someone needs to be truthful or just leave my name out their mouth.